Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today we're going to take a look at the ArtComber bag. I wanted to do a review. I've been using this for a couple of years, and every time I show this, if I'm getting ready for a plein air day or in a photo, people are always asking about it, and I wanted to do kind of an overview since I've had this for a couple of years and I've used it quite a few times, because there are pluses and minuses to this. And I know, we see a bag like this where it has a lot of space and we think, well, that's going to be great. I'm going to, buy that. I'm going to fill it with my stuff and go painting. And while that's a great idea, there are some definite things that you want to keep in mind. So this is a chair built into it, and there's like a little hook on the side, which let me see, maybe I could tip it down. See that little there's a little hook on the side here that you undo the seat. Now I don't have this bag loaded all the way up. I've taken some stuff out of it, but it's very tippy. So when I had this loaded up on plein air days and I was sitting in it, if I stood up, a lot of times the thing would just tip over because I had way too much stuff in it. But it doesn't seem overloaded when you have your things in it. The other thing to keep in mind is that it's kind of a big void, so I would highly recommend having maybe like some baskets you could pull out so that you can kind of have your stuff a little easier to get to. Because one of the problems that I had was that I would just lose stuff in here, and I was like, oh, I have to dig through. And what I think would be good is actually putting a couple of pockets on the side so I could put like my easel or my umbrella or a water bottle or something, so I wouldn't have to keep digging around and they wouldn't take up so much height in the bag. So I had a big poly pocket here, one of these mesh pockets full of my paper and tape, and just so I could have all my paper, just pull that out at once. I put the part that I would tape my paper to from my easel in that as well, in the front pocket. The front pocket's very shallow, you can't get anything too thick in there. But one other thing with that front pocket, there's a strap here that hooks to the thing on the front. There's like a little hook under the flap there, but that's as far out as it goes. So you can't put anything too thick in there and close the strap. The other thing is, the first time I used it, the strap ripped out. So I cut a denim patch and I sewed that in there. Also, the reason I bought this bag was so that I could put my French easel in it, and I have a standard size French easel. It said it accommodates a standard size French easel. I went to put it in and the seams busted out on the side. And so I had to go through and re-stitch the seams to it. So this bag, when it was new, I think it was around $160. My husband got it for me for my birthday, and I wanted it. It was something I had asked for. But it definitely needed a lot of, what do I want to say? A lot of amendments before it could actually be useful. Now that said, I do think it's a decent idea. I think you can find something much cheaper on Amazon that is sold for like, there's some that are sold as an art card. I think they're around $50, $55 for shipping or so. There's ones that are sold as like grocery shopping. So like you could take this, take it grocery shopping if you lived in a city and you need to go up and down like bus stairs and whatnot. They have these like not triangular wheels, but like 3 rollerblade wheels kind of on a pivot. So it was good for going up and down stairs. Honestly, I think something like that is going to be a better option. I think this is kind of overpriced because it's sold for artists and it doesn't fit a standard French easel. So keep that in mind if you're considering buying the ArtComber bag from Jerry's Artorama. I think it's down to, I think I've seen it on sale before for around $100 at Jerry's, but I think the regular price now has gone down to about $140. But still, to me, that seems kind of high when you can find very similarly priced or very similar items on Amazon. And my friend Angela had a bag, and I think it might have been called the Best Bag or something. I think I saw it on Amazon. It was much cheaper and it didn't tip. It had a higher back, like the handle was up higher, so that might also be nice if you're taller than I am. I'm 5'5". If you're taller than me and you're wanting to drag this around, having that higher handle would probably be helpful. This is fine for my height, but if you're a man, you're taller, you may want that a little bit taller. But that said, I think it's a good bag. It's definitely useful. It's just really easy to get it overloaded, and then it gets tippy or really heavy to drag around. And when you're going somewhere where you have to do a lot of walking, that's something to consider. This is pretty much something I bring if I'm going to be driving to the location where I'm painting, so that I can I don't have to carry it around or drag it around too much. It does have wheels. The wheels roll really well, but it does get heavy. And yeah, it's kind of one of those really great ideas, but in practice, there are just some things to consider if you're looking to add this into your plein air stash. So I just want to do that really quick kind of overview after using this for 2 years. Would I recommend it? I don't think I'd recommend this one. I think I would get one of the cheaper ones on Amazon, because this to me doesn't feel like it's worth what they're charging at Jerry's. But I'm going to use it because I have it. It was a really thoughtful gift and I do find it useful, but just keep those things in mind and amend it if you need to, because you know how you paint, you know what you like to bring. The biggest disadvantage, I think, is the fact that it gets tippy and it's really hard to get my stuff. Like, I did put a bin in the bottom, but I'm still constantly digging around for stuff and losing stuff in there. So I don't know. I think I need maybe another basket to sit on top of the bin, but I mean, nothing is perfect, right? I just would, you know, there's just too many little quirky things about this for me to give it a 100% recommendation. But anyways, I will link to this in the video description if you're interested to it. I'll also link to the thing that I think would be a much cheaper, better option. And honestly, you got to do what you want. If you're somebody that's going to bring maybe like a wooden French easel and you want something that has a chair where you can put like paper towels and, you know, a bag with some paint or, you know, just some light stuff, but you got your French easel that's holding everything else and you just want this for a chair that wheels, I think that would be fine. But if you're someone like me that just wants to have everything I need in one case so I don't have to carry more than one thing, I found that it had some disadvantages, but well, it was mostly positive. Still, I think it's overpriced. You can let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have this bag? Do you have anything to add? That would be really helpful if you've been using this bag for a while and you have some tips or tricks or helpful hints that we can use to get better use out of our supplies. And with that, I will say toodaloo. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up before you go. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.